My people, what up, dope? We back with another episode of All Black Men Need Therapy. My name is Chief.
And I'm Bell.
My name is Prentice.
Why y'all make them faces, B?
I was mimicking you.
Oh, I looked at Prentice yesterday. He made me laugh, so I try not to look at y'all cats when I do it now. You know what I'm saying?
Close your eyes.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, fellas, we back to back on it right now, so the check-in might be a little, you know what I mean, a little low-key today, but still want to check in. Not yours? We're gonna save you for last then, Bell. P, check in, baby.
I feel absolutely no different than yesterday when we recorded. So y'all got to listen to last episode, and that's how I feel 24 hours later.
No, it went down today. You just showed us your man getting a mustache. Want to talk about it real quick?
No, but I don't feel any different. Nothing to share.
My check-in, I don't got much, man. School is winding down and kids is really, really wilding. I met with kid and his mom today because homie was spazzing over there. Kids have a difficult time being held accountable, bro. Like he spazzed on me for asking him not to curse. And then made it worse. And then went to the SMD and we can go outside and fight. And I'm like, just looking at him like, this ain't what you want, player, but I'm not trying to fuel the fire. So I let him go with his shit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to suspend you because it don't even make no sense. Come in with your mommy. Let's sit down and have a conversation. You can't come back till you come with your moms. So they pulled up today. We had a conversation. It went well. And then he kind of like understood what happened. And it was crazy because like he's cursing in the hall at somebody else. I'm in my office minding my goddamn business. And I hear him. So I go in the hall and I'm like, yo, come to my office, have a seat. So he's like, I had to ask him like 4 times. He comes and he sits down and he's like, why am I here? And I'm like, because you were just in the hall cursing like crazy. I said, sit down, let me know when you're ready to talk. He's like, why? I'm ready to talk. Why am I here? And I'm like, because you was in the hall going crazy. You was in the hall cursing, going crazy. Like, nah, I'm in here. Why am I here? I'm ready to talk. Why am I here? And I'm like, see, he said that like 3 times. I'm like, yo, see, you're clearly not ready to have this conversation because I just answered your question. You're asking the same question again. I said, so I'll give you a minute. So I go in my office and I sit down, give him a minute to process, right? And then some other students is cursing in the hallway and he spazzed. What the fuck? You're not gonna fucking say none of them? They out there cursing, none of them. So he gets up and he tries to go like, see what's going on. And I go out and I'm like, yo, just get back inside, please have a seat. Go back inside, have a seat. So by the time I got to the hallway, 2 teachers have already separated the other 2 students who were like bickering with each other. You're not gonna fucking do that. That's bullshit. You're always on my dick. I mean, just going crazy. Fucking you ride dick ride about just going nuts. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. So fortunately for him, that was the end of the day. He got on the bus, sent him home, and called his mom, like, listen, he can't come back unless you come with him. But we was able to like have that conversation today, and it kind of made a difference. I think he understood. Like I did everything I could to try to give him the moment to check himself, and he didn't recognize it. So, and it's always different when from the story they give their parents and the one that, you know, that the reality of what really happened. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna tell you what happened from my perspective. I want you to correct me if at any point I say something that's not true. And I tell the story, like, everything you said was true. And the mom was like, really? So what was you mad at? And he's like, this man tried to give you chances and blah, 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 blah. So we was able to work it out. Other than that, man, today was a good day. Baby girl's getting better with the pitching joint. So we're moving in a good direction.
I don't have the patience for that shit.
You gotta be a special type of person.
Or special ed.
I mean,
but yeah, and don't get me wrong, I did have the patience for it. I did. I just
ran out.
It's just gone. It's gone, yo. It's gone. Like, I don't even know how I would respond in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I give my neighbor actually at the new crib is a principal. I just met her the other day, and I was telling her, I was like, I give you guys that work in the school system, you know, all the credit in the world, because it takes a special. You guys are doing God's work. Period. Like, it takes a special person to, especially work in a troubled district. You know what I'm saying? Like she works in Roxbury. You know what I mean? And obviously you work in New Britain where we're from. So special shout out to y'all.
Appreciate you, brother.
But my check-in, again, we recorded yesterday, but y'all not gonna hear this until the following week. But nonetheless, my day was going fine, man. So my electrician called me and was like, yeah, Chris, we
Oh, hold on. Not the like the flipper flop joint where they go in there and they do in the house. Like, hey, listen,
Yeah,
man,
exactly.
this whole wall caved in. We got it. It's gonna cost you another $8,000.
Yeah.
You got hit one of them?
Yeah, I mean, he hit me with. I got
Go ahead.
Oh.
He hit you with the Uncle M, did he? I'll be honest with you.
Nah. He hit me with the pause. You got knob and tube in your wall.
Man,
like
the all of them, like
no.
Oh, about to say.
It's only 2 rooms.
Okay.
So the thing is, I knew I had it. I just didn't know it was live.
You got what?
Knob and tube wiring, like wiring
it's like
from the 50s.
Like long before updated wiring. It's very hazardous and dangerous. So he called me. I'm like, yeah, man, but I'm like, I had that in there. I'm like, you just because the only reason why he knew about it is because I had tore my walls down in Chase's room because they were plaster. It had wood paneling on it, Chief. Like the cheap kind, or not like the kind you had, like the real cheap kind. And I had to take those down, and underneath those were plaster walls that
with the slats underneath it too. It had to be because that's what I put the plaster on, like the wooden slats under the plaster.
The studs.
There's studs.
Oh no, not yes, not no. So those slats are downstairs, but not in this room. Nope, it did have the slats. Yes, I had to remove all the slats from both walls. It was a mess. I had to wear a crazy mask, and it was so much dust. The damn smoke detector went off twice. But anyway, that's besides the point. Because I did that, now the knob and tube is exposed. So he's like,
might as well rip it out.
And I'm like, yo, man, you just can't. So I can't just cover that back up. He's like, I'm not. I won't be able to sleep at night if I did that. He's like, I don't work like that. He's like, I do it the right way. So I'm like, all right, man. So, but it was a gift and a curse because I was trying to, because this I was telling Lo today, this is the second biggest renovation I've been a part of. You know, the last one, it was a full gut at the house I had in Connecticut that I sold. This is the second biggest renovation. And so I'm obviously being mindful of costs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we just can't put the wall back over there. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got it. You know what I mean? Like you take it out, bro. But I don't know how I catch you on the rebound. You know what I'm saying?
Catch you on the flip side.
So anyway, man. But the curse is gonna cost me substantially more money for this electrician work. It was just recessed lighting and moving some of the wires that were exposed because of the walls coming down into the wall. Now, I don't know what it's gonna cost me. That's the other thing. He never even gave me a price for the first stuff. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, he gonna hit you with that. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Might cost you a lot.
Something.
Might cost you a little. But it's gonna cost.
It's gonna cost you. Yeah. It's but when that happened, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Right? Like whatever it's gonna cost to get it done the right way, I'm gonna just pay it, right? And not just for the electrical, for whatever, right? I'm trying to find ways to pinch corners and all of that. But I'm like, it's gonna stress me out more trying to save and do all of this and I was trying not to touch a certain amount of money. I was like, fuck it, man. Let me just move this over. So then once I moved it over, I'm like, you know what? It's game time. Let's go. Like we get whatever we want to get. I'd rather do that than going to 15 different Home Depots trying to find the best price on appliances and all of this and all of that. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just get what I want, you know. So that's the gift and the curse. That's the other thing is he was like, you know, what do you want to do with the closet light? I'm like, man, just put me a light socket up there, man. I'm gonna get the light bulb with the sensor on it. He's like, no, I'm not doing that.
So he's shutting your whole operation down.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm not doing that. He's like, I do things the right way. He's like, you're gonna live here. He's like, you don't want that in your house. I'm like, no, I had it. I'm saying, he's like, no. I'm like, all right.
You should hit the nigga like, listen, I got a contract between me and you that says you do what I tell you to do.
The fucked up thing is I don't. but And again, and he wasn't trying to price gouge me or nothing like that. He's just saying, it's like, look, man, this isn't a house you about to sell. This house you about to live in. So you want to get it done the right way. But I will say this is a long ass check-in. That's what I will say. But in addition,
You talk the most on the podcast anyway, so we just let you live.
yeah, I know. Yeah, you're lucky. Thank you. Um,
You're lucky and thank you.
I thought I was gonna have to replace all the flooring in the master bedroom, but they had extra slabs in the basement, so I'm able to save some money there. So that's cool.
No doubt. No doubt.
Good thing we recording tonight, huh? Clearly had a lot on my mind.
For sure. We here for you, B. We here for you. So moving on to the topic.
When you say you here for me, just keep that same energy when I come to you for some money. But you know, we'll talk about that offline.
I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Yeah, so to help us transition to today's topic, Bellhead, what's good?
Oh, so we the fellas connected today about habitual cheaters. Apparently, I wasn't privy to the conversation. I mean, Chief, if you want to give some color to that.
So Prentice and I was just chopping it up at early yesterday, today, whatever. It was like, I want to have a conversation because Prentice has made reference to a very long time ago in his life. Long time ago. He's a changed man, you know what I'm saying? He said it on several episodes. I'm trying to look out for you,
this relationship. Nah, I mean, shit. This is the faithful relationship. This
right.
is the community.
So, long story short,
I guess so. Yeah.
He's made reference to his having a past of being a habitual cheater. Like I see you. Like I see the episode. I have been a habitual cheater my whole life. Right here, did that too. You know what I'm saying?
Whole life.
Right. And I was like, yo, it'd be cool to find a woman who has been a habitual cheater, or you know what I'm saying, currently in the player phase, and us to have a conversation. So I put up a post on our page, like, yo, any woman interested in who has been a habitual cheater or is currently living a cheater's life, want to have a conversation with us on the podcast. And we got some interesting responses. And then
so we so first of all, I wasn't even aware of this. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't on IG, and I'm getting hit up on my Snapchat. I'm getting hit up, because I, just so y'all know, I be treating our Instagram page like mine because I don't have one. So, I'm like, why is everybody in my DMs right now? And then I look at the story and I see what's happening. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And it sparked a lot of conversation. So one of the things that came up in conversation, shout out to Xtina, she asked this question. She said, what's worse, physical cheating or emotional cheating? And I'm like, ooh, I never thought about that. And that's deep, and that's a good question. So I'm like, on the heels of that, I think what we're probably going to do is it's going to be like a 2-part episode. We're going to talk about this now, and then we're going to do a Q&A on Instagram. And then we're going to hopefully have one of our female listeners on as a guest to break down their perspective on the Q&A that we do. But nonetheless, I thought this was a good intro to the topic because I never thought about it. I never thought about what's worse until the question was posed. So
typically society would say that women are the more emotional cheaters and men aren't. Like, it's more physical for men. You know what I'm saying? That's what society would say. Now, but Prentice, do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. That's fair. So in cheating experiences, how do you fellas believe men typically respond when they get caught up in their emotions? Wait, and are they both cheating? Like, if he's cheating, is he cheating?
It was a blanket question. It wasn't it wasn't gender. It was gender neutral.
Okay.
So it was like, what's worse, emotional cheating or physical cheating? So obviously we can speak from a man's perspective. I would love to get a female's perspective on that as well. Like, right, because we're speaking from if our significant other female was a emotional or physical cheater, what will we deem as worse? And then women would do the same. What you thinking about, Prentice?
so
You over this?
now I'm looking at you because I want to know what he's gonna say. I'm really curious.
Because
What's
I'm just my wheels are spinning, and I'm just thinking like we have to break down the dynamics of cheating. Like there's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, is the dude cheating with a single woman? Is he cheating with a woman who's cheating, who's also cheating? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Or,
I
all
think
that matters?
I
no,
don't
it
think
definitely does.
I don't think so. I think it's only the only layers we're discussing is if the man is
Which is worse?
If the man or woman is in a committed relationship, which is worse? Physical cheating or emotional cheating? And so let me break down what we mean by that. Physical, obviously, right? I don't think that requires an explanation. Emotional is
Fucking this shit.
that's
What you say,
physical.
fucking this shit?
Yeah, that's physical, right? Emotional would be, you have an emotional connection to this person deeper than physical, right? You're not physical, but
So in this, for these parameters, we're saying for this particular segment of the conversation, we're gonna identify emotional cheating as no physical activity whatsoever, just kind of like
Yes.
cuddling and movie watching and
yes,
going on
yes.
dates and
no penetration,
deep conversations and shit like that.
no penetration,
Getting head count.
no penetration.
I mean, hey, I was one of the best bangers in high school.
No, that's physical, bro.
I
Right?
I'm just playing with
Like
you, bro.
I would say cuddling.
Oh, shit.
I would say cuddling. I wouldn't consider that physical.
That was such a nigga response, bro.
No,
He said no physical. You talk about, hey, head don't count.
I mean, hey, I'm trying to set the parameters because it's like, because some people would define a phone. Some people would literally define a phone. I've heard, like, I've seen couples argue because a dude stared at a girl too long as they were walking. He's walking with his lady. Like she considered that cheating. It's like, come on, B. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get specific parameters around this so we can address the question.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think we can all agree that that's not cheating. But
right, but you have people who are hella
unless
insecure.
that's somebody he had an emotional connection to at some point or another. You know what I'm saying?
That could be it too.
A physical connection.
So emotional connection, we go as far as the most physical we get is what? Cuddling and holding hands.
So let's make it even more simple. You love this person, like that emotional. Like you're in love with this person, you're just not physical with them. Or you're on the verge.
Y'all need me to start? I can go ahead and just start.
Nigga be in the corner like, ooh,
yeah. Let me just make it clear what the only answer is. Physical, my nigga. That is worse. Physical is worse. Hands down for me, physical is worse. You can, if you don't, but I can't get over, like, if you, and this is, call it whatever the fuck you want, but if you fucked another dude, like, I know this nigga's been touching on you, licking on you, like doing shit, and I can't emotionally stay connected to you no more because I feel like that shit is, I can't get past that. I cannot.
I don't know. I don't know which one I feel is worse. I'm gonna be honest, because I used to feel exactly like you, Prentice. Exactly. Like if you touch somebody else while we was together, then you with him now. You know what I'm saying? Like
y'all go out.
Yeah,
y'all go together.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it. But I'm gonna just spin it a little bit, right? You with somebody, they morally feel like they can't physically be with someone else other than you, but they're emotionally connected to this person. They're like I said, for argument's sake, they're in love with this person with no physical connection or no physical interaction. She is paying his rent. She is cuddling with him every night, right? She's doing stuff for him like that she don't do for you. Like, for instance, she's bringing him lunch every day, right?
This is different. Yeah, I didn't understand Apparently, I didn't understand the emotional assessment criteria.
So here's what I'm saying,
I'm
but he's
getting
right.
my
That is
answer.
an extensive emotional connection. But
Yeah,
one
but
thing
that's
I
what we
was
Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
different than
right.
what I was thinking
But
about.
One
that's
thing
what
I
I'm saying. You
one
see
thing
why it's a good topic?
I was thinking as you're talking, Bell, I went back to the whole 5 love languages thing. Like people who are maybe more so the like you were just displaying like the acts of kindness or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or like words of affirmation. Like if the way I best receive love is words of affirmation. You tell me what I want to hear. You tell me how much you love me. Tell me how much I mean to you. Blah 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 blah. But now you're out there feeding somebody else that same stuff. I think that would fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
I mean, not that physical is any, you know what I'm saying, any lighter, but like,
Like think
You
about
know what?
it. Think about it, right? Just real quick. You with your lady. He has her heart. He calls her. You don't know it's him. And you and your lady is cuddling. She gets a call from him. He in the gym. She like, Prentice, I gotta go take care of something. Shirley needs something. I gotta go see Shirley. She going to run to that nigga.
and you,
Nigga.
And you just Netflix and chilling by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like again, I think it's splitting hairs. Like for me, it's splitting hairs on which one's
Y'all
worse.
niggas gonna have to come
I don't
fool me
know.
and get
Like
some shit. We gonna have to make a stop.
yeah, I got a real life example actually that I'll share. I'm not gonna mention anybody's name.
of course not. Don't do that.
But I was in a relationship at one time and we got in an argument. Nothing crazy, just a typical bickering argument, whatever. She got upset and emailed her friends. See, this is why I be spending time with him when Bell does this. Or some shit like that. Like it wasn't spending time with him. It was like seeking his attention. It was something like that. You know what I'm saying?
What movie was that, Bell? Just for disrespecting me, I ought to crack your
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
What's that, Martin Lawrence, the comedy special? Is that what it was?
I think it was.
You so crazy.
But the fucked up thing is she sent it to me and not
meant
her
to send it to the home.
friends.
Oh.
Yeah. And
that's
again,
so
it
funny.
didn't say she was cheating. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is
But
this
that's
is why.
enough.
But that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It was the emotional piece. You know what I mean? And that fucked me up. And I'm like,
Yeah, but I think
and on top of that, I ain't even like the nigga. Like I knew
yeah,
him,
that definitely
you know
makes
what
it
I'm saying?
worse. That
You know what I'm
definitely
saying? So
makes you want
I
to
mean,
be.
and granted, I didn't really have a reason not to like him. He had like an
Yeah, you
issue with
did.
my
You didn't like
man.
him. That's it. Fuck him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
I don't like you, there's probably a reason why I don't
It's
like
a
you.
reason somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Make you want to beat the nigga up, even though you can't really put him at fault. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shorty putting a hand out there, you know what I'm saying?
I charge it to the game. But yeah, like that was and I'm
quick,
sure there was other times, but that was one time it was brought to my attention.
Quick interjection too. Like, fellas, if your shorty cheating on you, you're gonna be brokenhearted. I get all that stuff. But if you don't know the dude and he don't know you, stop looking to beat these cats up, yo.
Yo, I got another story, but
like stop looking to beat these
going.
cats up. Like, ain't nothing you can do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got a question for y'all. What would hurt more? Your girl cheating on you with a dude or with another chick?
I think the average dude will be like, "Oh, she another chick. We need to see what she's talking about."
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I'm
I don't know that.
Really? I wouldn't.
But the other thing though, Prentice, the other thing with the chick is a lot of times there's an emotional connection there.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Very
that's
much
a very good
would fuck
question.
me up even more. I feel like
And
that would fuck with my head way worse.
No, we got to get a girl on here because
That's what
we flip
you.
that same question right there.
Yep.
Like, is it worse when your man cheat on you with a dude?
Yo, so did y'all watch
we
Couples
should see if
Therapy?
there's women out there who've had that experience.
That's another question. That's
another
part of the Q&A. That's part of the Q&A. I like that.
We got it. Yo, let's put together some questions and get that Q&A popping.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
You want to just do a live one day? Just do a live.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that.
Online to do that shit.
Yeah. Okay. Bet. And then we. Okay.
No. So Couples Therapy, when they had Moni Love and Noriega on there, there was a dude on there who was a rapper, but he was bisexual.
Hardcore rapper,
And-
but he's glossy.
Yeah. And and he the issue that he been with his girl since high school. You know what I'm saying? They like early 40s, late 30s. And she couldn't get over the fact that he cheated on her with another man.
Now
You know what I'm
that should have destroy a woman's confidence.
Yeah, because it's like you got to worry about dudes and women.
So Pete, it was a shorty who I knew who was, I'm talking about fire, like a legit dime, whose dude didn't touch her for like a year, like after they got into their marriage, didn't touch her for like a year. And then come to find out he was cheating with a dude.
With a man? Wow.
The dude. Like, how crazy is that, bro? Like,
that's wild.
And again, like a dime.
And they were
imagine what that like. So imagine what that would be. Yeah, imagine what that would be like. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's super high confident in herself.
Do I know her?
Yeah,
we don't got to talk about them.
Yeah. So, like that's got to be rough. So, P, you think you would react differently, like if it was a shorty, like if it was a girl?
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah,
you think that would be worse?
I think if you married, I don't know. I just personally feel like if you're married, it's worse. I think if you're dating somebody, I don't know. I don't know.
I do. I feel like
know.
the connection between women, the energy they exchange is different than men. And
right, that emotional connection that he was talking about.
Yeah, it's just something stronger. So for it to be so abstract of a infidelity, you know, that I would be used to. I would be used to nothing like that too. You know what I'm saying? It would fuck with, I think, every part of my ego and everything else.
So,
you know, like everything. I think everything would run through my head.
Is cheating only applied to committed relationships?
You have to define committed.
I don't know. I feel it's wherever guilt applies. I feel like.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a
like
difference. So single dude who doesn't have a girlfriend but has, you know, Betty and Sue, and is rocking with them both, and they don't know about each other. Is he cheating? Is it cheating?
But that goes back to boundaries. What was established? If what was established was I'm exclusive to you, you're exclusive to me, then yes, that's cheating. If it was no conversation, then anything's fair game. You know what I'm saying?
But you could also know you're being deceptive or low key or making sure that you're keeping something out of discussion at the same time. So I don't think it's always necessarily cheating, but you know, deception often exists. You know what I'm saying? Situations like that.
I agree. Also, devil's advocate, ignorance is bliss. You know what I'm saying?
True. And a lot of us rather remain ignorant.
Exactly. Than ask the tough questions or even find out. Like you may know what's happening, but you don't want it confirmed.
But you know what? That shit transfers into relationships when you handle your single life like that.
I mean, it's part of who you are.
Yeah.
If you don't
just go away.
Right. Because like, you know, I personally, back when I was in them streets, intentionally never had those conversations because I always wanted to be able to say, yo, we ain't exclusive. Right. We never had that conversation. Right. Exactly.
Right. That was the easy scapegoat.
Yeah. It's like we could be saying I love you every night when we hang up the phone. But look, man, if I didn't commit to you, then anything's fair game. Now, and the reverse is also true, which is a lot of times we as men don't want to accept that. But when you don't have that conversation, it can go the other way.
So answer this then. Hypothetically speaking, you single, you dealing with a shorty, and you find out she's also dealing with somebody else. Do you view that now as she cheating on you?
No, not if there was nothing established. No.
I would be hurt. If she hit you with the same thing, like when you talk about nothing, get out of here.
Yeah, I would.
You would have to be hitting her with some "what's up" type shit for her to say that.
Like if it came to your attention, you mean, Prentice?
Like, like you know, if she's telling me we didn't talk about it, then obviously I'm asking for clarity or feeling some type of way about it. You know, but I think it depends on what type of dude you are too. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas act like they don't be tripping and be tripping a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's best to just have that conversation out the gate. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can be clear. But also, I used to abuse honesty though. You can also do that shit. You know what I mean? Like put
Talk more
everything
about
out
that.
there. You said what?
Talk more about that.
Well, I feel like you can put everything out there as I used to put everything out there to kind of see if they with it or not. You know what I mean? Like I don't like gray area scenarios and situations. So let me throw everything out on the table to see where you stand. That's the best way to deal with people. You know what I'm saying? But at a certain point in time, you can start to abuse honesty, knowing where it can go and knowing that there are people out there who ain't tripping off whatever relationship you in or whatever situation you in. And because you honest out the gate, you kind of like justify to yourself that, there's something righteous about what the fuck you doing with,
Right. I told you what I was about to do. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I get that. I get that for sure. Um, but yeah, man, emotional. There's a lot of layers to emotional cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I, what if your shorty had another dude car in her name that she was paying for?
I
Like,
can't even imagine that shit.
but do you see what I'm saying, man? Like, because every time I think about like a woman being emotionally tied to a guy, I think about dudes that I know who their whole objective job in life is to get over on women. Right? They don't really have no place to stay. They trying to get over on the women so they can have somewhere to stay. You know what I'm saying?
What Gilly call them? Homeless sexuals.
Yeah, homeless sexuals. They don't have no intention to get a job. They're trying to find a woman to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? What if your woman was tricking? You know what I'm saying? Tricking on another dude. Like that to me is wild, bro.
So are we coming to the realization right now that emotional cheating is worse than physical cheating? Is that what we're
If
rolling
that
down?
shit is the criteria, hell motherfucking yes, word.
It's at
Like,
minimum
what?
equal. It's at minimum equal. At minimum equal. No doubt about that. But that's what I'm saying. But you think about it, right? Like we are men are prideful creatures. And we like to think that, oh, now we got our woman on lock. Like at one time or another, we've all said that, right? To some varying degree. And it's like, and then you get hit with the reality check. Yo, motherfucking Jaquan got your girl down there buying the whole hood chicken wings and fried rice. She pulled up on the block and bought everybody food. Like, what? Like, what's she doing over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
So have either of you experienced both ends of the spectrum, being physically cheated on and emotionally cheated on?
I
I have.
So if you compare those two situations, which one was worse to you? Was it based on how you felt about the woman? Was, you know what I'm saying? Like,
mine was based off of my maturity level at the time. The physical was worse, to tell you the truth. I think the emotional cheating can make more sense in certain relationships where people just don't feel they're being provided with what they need, which is the basis of that shit anyways for eating reasons. But for me, the physical was worse because just of the idea of her actually fucking with another dude. Just the idea that knowing that shit went down was just like,
did you know, dude?
and I didn't have the details. Yeah, I knew of dude, but
okay,
you don't have the intimate details. You know what I'm saying? You just know y'all got it popping, and that shit is gonna fuck with you there. You know, so I think it's easier. It was easier for me to be upset about the physical because I couldn't even get to the. I don't want to know the story.
So
you know what I'm saying? Like
the other thing too, Prentice. You know what physical looks like. You
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know.
man.
You don't know what emotional looks like. You know what I'm saying? It's abstract. It's like it's not. It could be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, fellas. We say we know what physical looks like, and of course we do. But I'm gonna throw this gem at you real quick. One of the old heads, one of my mom's ex-boyfriends, I think his dad was telling me, you know, hey, youngin, you know, when two things you got to do when you want to keep a woman. And he used to be like, you got to date them. Remember to take them out like you just met him and do all those things, and you got to fuck them. You got to fuck them like you're the guy she'd cheat on you with. So when you look at it like that, like if she's physically, you know what I mean, going to some other dude, you got to think about what this dude is doing that you're not to your show. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's
like, that's wild.
Or what she's doing to him that she's not doing to you.
Right.
It don't matter, but she's doing something to this nigga, bro. Like,
Hit me on the
I don't
tape.
even need details. I know she nasty because I'm fucking with her. You know,
But that's
so
what I'm
what, she don't
saying,
know?
OP. That's what I'm saying, though. Like if you and your girl done went to this zone where like we do all the nasty shit together because we trust her, and she out here
Nah, but it just it makes me feel like
homie and his homie.
Nah, but I feel like his balls are forever around her.
Oh God!
In or around her mouth.
I just feel like my balls go rub against his bald skin residue. No matter how many showers she takes, I just can't do it. I can't, and that's a disturbing thought for me. I don't want that. Nah, but
so are we still in limbo now, emotional or physical? Like, cause there's levels to this shit. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's wild. That's wild turkey.
I want to hear from a woman though. I want to know what
we gotta have this battle of the sexist conversation or some shit like that. I
also want to know how they would feel about their significant other same sex cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like
that gotta hit different.
Let's get Slim and Lynette on here tomorrow.
Who was Lynette?
The shorty who had the first conversation with the
let's just get one person. Like
they got it. She gonna need a cohort, bro. She needs somebody that's gonna ride with her.
Let's figure it out and do some
research first. Yeah, we already putting people's names out there. We ain't even talked to them about it. Like,
Lynette says she's down.
Lynette Marie Jones.
Yo, you are the king of name dropping, bro.
No, I'm saying Lynette says she's down. She was already on the podcast.
She's gonna say your name whether you want to hear it or not. Like,
she says she was down.
Anyway.
That's funny.
She's ready for the shits. But yeah, that's definitely So this conversation can go on for days, bro. But there's levels to this, man. That could really, really like destroy a nigga. For real.
Because then the other thing is too, it's like, you know, the other, not like the other part, but one layer is, what if you found out from a third party? You know what I'm saying? And it was emotional, you know, like, how do you validate it? If you know what I'm saying? Like,
is it worse to find out from a third party? Like, let's say, so I
100%. I 100% say yes, it's worse than finding out from somebody else, because now you got to deal with the embarrassment. Whereas
I'm having emotions regardless.
If it's in-house, you know, you may not have to deal with that, but you know.
Yes, that's still wild. So what if you like, I don't know, you said you got an email. So let's hypothetically say you stumbled across an email exchange of like some lovey-dovey's and it's real heavy in emotion.
I've done that shit.
And you reading how she's talking to this dude and how she loves him so much and how she cares about him and how she's, you know, whatever. Like, does that, like you hear the lady telling some other dude like, yo, I love you so much. Like you treat me so much better than Mel does. Like,
but, so check this. There's one time
they go together now.
They go together.
Yeah. She's his responsibility.
Say that again, P.
My bad, Prentice.
I said one of my son's mothers that happened when we was together. She started having to work weekends and shit, like Saturdays, going in and doing some shit.
Yeah,
she had some coworkers. right. She had some coworker who was a nigga. So one day I saw in her phone that she was texting him. She used to text him on work shit.
Yeah.
And then one day we had came back from the store and she said, I just got some red fries. She's like some shit called red fries. Made me think of you. Smiley face.
And send it to you?
And I'm like, nah, her coworker, the nigga she be with on Saturdays.
How did you find? Nigga she be with on Saturdays. How did you find out?
I looked at her phone, but we had just got some motherfucking red fries. And she over here texting this nigga, made me think of you. And I was like, what part of the game? How do we do this? You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is painful.
Yeah, but it's like, what else is making her think of him? You know what I'm saying? Like, and why is red fries, you know, the reason she thinking about him.
And so I was bent out of shape after that. Anytime after that, I was like, you better not order no motherfucking red fries around me. I don't want to hear shit about no French fry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just tripping.
I better not, where was that? You better not fix your lips and say, call them fucking little potatoes or something.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No, this can go on for quite some time. So, definitive answer, P. Which cheating is worse for you, physical or emotional cheating?
I'm gonna be fucked up on both either way. I'm probably gonna blow a gasket to both. I'll reach my pinnacle emotionally to both. So I really don't know. I'll yeah. Honestly, I think I'm just too emotional to say that one is worse than the other.
Bellhead, definitive answer.
Emotional. I gotta be definitive. Okay, I'll say emotional.
Physical for you.
Yeah, physical. It has to be because
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
can't get past the ball shit. I can't.
yeah, and also, man, like just to add another layer. What if somebody sent you a video of them being physical?
Oh, hey, look, have y'all seen? Yo. Have y'all niggas seen? I watch this shit all the time. It's called Temptation Island.
I've
heard
heard of
about
it.
it.
I haven't
I've
seen
seen
it though.
You gotta watch it, but essentially, it's a couples who are on the rocks coming to islands, and then single motherfuckers flying on the island, and they gotta stay in separate like cabanas and shit, and
Oh, I did
shit
watch that
comes up.
actually.
But
Oh, they
these
can't get busy, right?
no,
They're
nigga,
not
they
supposed to.
can't. They can do whatever. You're not supposed to because you're still in a
Yeah.
relationship, but you're getting like tempted.
Oh, okay.
But every week they have a bonfire where the other partner gets to see film of what their person been doing. So sometimes people getting smashed
I
out,
think
and
I
you
did
got
see a clip of that. Like Money saw his shorty getting smashed under
I
the
probably
sheet.
posted it was laughing.
I'm going to jail.
I think you did post it, P.
I did.
Yeah.
Like a couple of weeks ago. That shit is wild, bro.
I-
Seeing your girl get smashed out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm going to jail. Like
I wanna be the odd man out and say emotional because I'm heavy on like words of affirmation. I'm heavy on like, you know what I'm saying? That, but I gotta go with the physical too, because you just made a great point. They can pull up on you like, Bell, you good shorty busting it loose. Yo, oh no, not happening.
yeah, and especially and the fucked up thing about this is a true story. What if you think your girl is like a great catch, you know what I'm saying? And she college educated, well-rounded, whatever. And then you find out that she's smashing the homies, plural,
Man.
at the same time.
Multiple contusions.
Like, no, them two together, like the homies together smashing her. And this is your girl, like
Your homies?
No, people you know, like not strangers, people you know, not your homies, but people you know.
And now you're with her?
No, you've been with her while this was happening. These were happening simultaneously.
So your niggas was smashing your chick?
Not your niggas, just people you know.
So your girl was getting jumped off by two different dudes that from around the way that you familiar with.
Yep, and you,
or three different dudes.
You knew nothing of. You didn't that was beat. You didn't believe it because you're like, nah, I know her. She would never do something like that.
Nah,
but that's what an emotional connection can lead to. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got this
emotional connection leads you getting trained out.
Yes.
Yes. When and this goes both ways, right? Women get guys so emotionally connected that they do anything for them. You know what I'm saying? And the reverse is true. Guys can get women so emotionally connected that they'll do anything for them. Man, you ever watch Dirty Vegan? I think it's called on Netflix. That's a case in point. Like this chick was, I think it's called Dirty Vegan. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, she was out of her mind.
Like all over a
dude.
white
women be tripping though.
Yo, all over a dude, bro. That's what I'm saying. That emotional connection is real. Ain't no bounds, bro. That's the other part. Physical can only go so far, right? It's only so much nasty shit you can do. Emotional connection has no bounds. I just changed my answer. Emotional connection is worse. Because that can lead to, bro, that can lead
But
to
you can't.
Yo,
You can't connect to her emotional connection to that other person the way you can to knowing that nigga's nuts been all over your chick.
Yeah, but when she telling you she broke and but sign this nigga's car, co-sign this nigga's car loan.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's like that emotional connection. You don't know where that could take. It may not be physical now, but you don't know how long where that shit. Yeah, like where.
Yeah, but it's
dude might have shorty in there robbing banks for him. Like God rest.
That was my girl at the time.
My girl at the time. God rested dead. My uncle Andy, right? Legend. Like my man made national syndicated articles or nationally syndicated magazines for some of his antics that he did. But he used to have women robbing banks with him, robbing banks, robbing people. Like it's been said that he single-handedly made Ohio change their banking structure, right? Because of his schemes and scams and how he was getting over. You know what I'm saying? And Marco ended up doing 15 years for robbing banks. You know what I mean? But anyway, every place he went, every crime he got indicted on, he had a woman with him. Right. And that woman, more often than not, had somebody before he showed up. And that's what I'm saying. That emotional connection is crazy. It's crazy.
There's definitely something intense, but there's just, because I think there's only he does have a point. There's only so much that you can be like, he did it from the rooter to the tutor, whatever. But the emotional stuff, you could just keep going. She did what? She did what? And and then my baby ain't mine. And you
feel me?
And she got a whole other family. And you know what I'm saying? Like this. Whoo.
That's deep, man.
It's good. Pico going out to listen here, girl. But you been not ever biting his lip. You been not ever motherfucking. I'm trying to tell you. Oh man.
Can't even know. It's funny because I'm listening to this and I know it happens. And I've had some fucked up shit happen to me. Some real fucked up shit that I ain't never even gonna say publicly, but I can't fathom some shit. I can, but I can't. Like that's just so extreme to me. Then I know it happens. You know what I mean? Like I know it's real, but I just feel like I go posting. You know, like I don't know how I get through that.
I honestly don't think. I don't know. I work in a facility like that where a dude literally went postal and is now in a mental health institution for the remainder of his existence. I don't think he'll ever get out. His wife cheated on him with his brother, and money just went crazy.
Yeah.
Like literally, college graduate.
Don't matter.
Had a good life. Shorty cheated on him, and now money walks around, and I bullshit you not, and fucking Danny and Doris, and I'm gonna kill him. Like what? Like every day, same conversation in his head.
Fuck them all,
man. Unfortunately, we don't know our breaking point till we get there. Sometimes, you know, man, it's too late.
Yeah, that's it.
Chief, you didn't talk anything about any of your personal experiences. Have you ever been cheated on physically or emotionally?
I had a situation where I didn't necessarily have the proof, but there was many conversations that I've gotten privy to, text messages of a dude I know she was kicking it with, I know she slept with, and he was still around for an extended period of time, and that shit didn't sit well with me at all. So that's both of them, if you will. That's the physical and the emotional, because if nothing's going down, he's still in the picture. So that shit really that didn't feel good at all. But again, we're so fucking high ego driven that I just kind of was like, whatever. And then come back to look at it in full circle. He was definitely busting it down.
Knocking the bottom out of ass.
Knocking the bottom out of ass.
While you cuddling.
That was after the fact. Anyways, let's wrap this up, man. We are 100% gonna get some ladies to come on and rehash this conversation in a manner where we can open our eyes and have some enlightenment into certain situations. But Takeaways, P. Give us your final thought.
To you listening, yeah, you nigga, the one who took back that girl who got smashed out while she was with you, yeah, you laying down with her, know that that man's skin cells are in your sheets
Yeah, that's
when
crazy.
you lay down with her. Are you really okay with that?
Oh, that's
Are you
crazy.
really?
Yeah.
Bellhead.
I'm actually gonna go the complete opposite direction and say, if someone cheats and you decide to forgive them, that's okay too. It's my final thought.
Covered in another nigga's skin cell.
Yeah. It's like, because you think about it, right? Like, you still got to make a decision that's best for you. You know what I mean? And
I'm
just
gonna
saying.
let those 2 points rock, and I'm just gonna go completely left with it.
Hold on. You know, let me just say this real quick. You know the cold part I just thought about? Every chick that ever cheated on me sleeping with another dude, I took their ass back.
Did you?
I just thought about it, man. There's not a single one that I cut and let go. I took all of them.
Oh my goodness.
All this shit. Like, fuck that. And I just thought about
Oh
it.
my God.
Yo, that's why, P. We
I'm
gotta have
literally
that
crying.
conversation, yo.
I'm literally
Oh,
crying.
shit.
I want to wrap this up, but
Okay.
I definitely want to get into
Oh my God.
what made you take him back. I want to get into that because I think
I can tell you too.
we don't want to. I don't want to have that right now. We're gonna have
that.
that.
Could be the second.
We're gonna have that there. So I'm gonna
Second
go
installation.
completely left and not even really touch on the topics you talked about. What I am gonna say is, don't be afraid to hear different perspectives and change your own perspective. So like Bell, you just went with physical and then you double back. It was like, nah, I changed my answer after hearing the different components of emotional cheating. So I think oftentimes we get kind of set, nah. We don't want to hear it because we're stuck. But like when you process some of this shit, it's like, okay, nah, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So be receptive to different perspectives. So I'm gonna leave those two alone. So yeah. So Prentice says if she cheats, take her back. Bell says he go with her now. So y'all go together now. So oh man, this was a good one. I have fun with y'all boys tonight. Anyways, yo, per usual, we are on all social media outlets at All Black Men Need Therapy. Email at allblackmenneedtherapy@gmail.com. Hit us up, share some of your stories, yo. We don't got to get on the podcast. Share some of your stories and we'll
subscribe,
do that.
all of that.
Yeah, like, subscribe, share, and all that. And we will we'll let y'all know when we're gonna go live and have these Q&As. I think it's gonna be pretty dope.
Yeah, I think we should get the questions answered first and then read the question and the answer on the live. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so we're gonna just pop the Q&A in the box, let them answer it, and then just go
on
back
another day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can answer them in real time too, but let's have enough to have an episode on. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get some of these questions together after we close this joint. Per usual, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with us. Do us a favor and hug a black man today.
Do it.
And tomorrow.
Do it.
We out, y'all.
Peace.